So for those of you who don't know, Our Truth was released yesterday. And it is really surprising, actually, to see the amount of people that are coming out to support Our Truth in this, with this announcement. And I don't mean that in a sense of, people caring for Our Truth, but people actually voicing their opinions. But for the most part, the guy would make you laugh, right? He was basically the comedy act for the WWE. And he can work. He actually can go as well, which is the thing that you know uh, boggles my mind a bit, is that they will release somebody that can still go, right? Why not turn him into a agent? And I get it, they might have agents already, but it's definitely interesting. I mean, my last video I spoke about how the WWE is no longer about wrestling; it's about just content, and how they are following a certain model that I think the WWE is going to suffer in the long run, right? Because right now the UFC is suffering, and they actually just hit 11,000 viewers this past Saturday for one of their events on TV. That is insane. 11,000 viewers. That's the lowest viewership in history for the UFC. And to me, right now, it looks like WWE is following a certain model where they're trying to minimize and maximize profits, right? Minimize, obviously, the staff, right? And then maximize on their profits from, SummerSlam, WrestleMania, all these PLEs. I just think it's the wrong way to go about doing things, because your fans are here because of the people that you are releasing. And if The Miz is willing to remove anything that's associated with the WWE from his profile on social media, that tells you a lot, right? That tells you what he might be willing to do. That's telling you what other wrestlers might be willing to do. And apparently I'm reading that The Miz's contract is actually up by the end of this year. So it's interesting to see how this will play out. I'm very interested to see where Cross is in all of this. Is Karrion Cross? Did he renew his contract? I don't really know. I mean, I could look real quick. No, it doesn't look like Karrion Cross has renewed his contract yet, and I don't believe that's going to actually happen. Now that I'm thinking about it, it doesn't seem to me like Karrion Cross is going to stay. I think he can make a lot of money on the indie scene, on the independents. I think he could do just a lot. I really think he can, unless the WWE just decides, hey, we're going to throw a bunch of money at you. I would say take it, but if you're more or less looking to do something more creative and you're trying to dive into you as a character, and I'm talking more about Karrion Cross, and because to be honest, he should be Killer Cross. I keep mentioning him in every single video that I'm doing, but I really think that this guy has potential. The one thing that McMahon did a little bit better than what the current regime is doing is that he just threw shit at the wall, right? I don't even think these guys, and I'm talking about TKO, I'm talking about Triple H now, I'm talking about a lot of the people that are in control of creative, I don't think they're doing anything. I don't think they want to take that risk. I know Triple H always comes out and says the fans aren't patient enough. They're not, waiting for the end goal. They kind of want everything right away. And I don't disagree with that, but I also don't think you're trying hard enough to give the fans a chance to actually sit down and watch the content. Because if you start to eliminate the key things that made you what you are now, you will not be you in like 4 years time, right? Like WWE won't be WWE in 4 years time. And I think they need to understand that the vision for WWE was to always become a Disneyland, right? Vince McMahon wanted to become the Disney for wrestling. He wanted to create a Disney World in a sense, whereas TKO to me just wants this thing that generates money for them. It's a money thing now. Everything is about content. It's all about money. It's about what can you do for me? What can you provide? I'm not shocked that these releases are coming. And I think a lot more releases are coming. And I think a lot of contracts are not going to be renewed. I think, like we just saw Carlito as well. Carlito announced that he's not going to be, continuing with the WWE because they're going to release him. So there's a lot of things that I can see happening, right? And I see a lot more of these what this is a mass layoff, but they're not doing it all at once. They're piecemealing it. So I think a lot more releases are coming. I would say look at the people who aren't on TV, look at the people who aren't really doing anything. To me, if they knew they were getting rid of R-Truth, or not really getting rid of, but releasing him, I wonder if they were like, hey, let's just give him this Saturday night's main event, John Cena. I wonder what Cena has to say about this. I wonder if Cena even cares, because believe it or not, I don't think John Cena actually cares. Now, I'm just being cynical, but let me know in the comments below. Do you guys think John Cena actually cares? But it sucks. R-Truth getting released, it's a little bittersweet. For me personally, there was a moment last year. I went to, I think it was Monday Night Raw, or maybe one of these house shows in Madison Square Garden, and I was in the elevator with my little brother. And as the elevator gets to the floor that we're on, the door opens, and R-Truth is standing right there on his phone, just talking to somebody. And it was cool just seeing him. I didn't want to bother him because he's on the phone, it's rude, but it was cool just seeing R-Truth there. And I was just like, just a regular dude, man. He's just living life. So sucks to see him gone. Sucks to see that he's no longer going to be with WWE. But I have a feeling most likely either AEW picks him up, or he just continues doing music because he loves doing music as well, right? The guy's made a lot of money. I'm sure of it. And to me, it doesn't seem like he's the type of person that blows it all away in one shot. So I'm sure he's well off, if not. But yeah, guys, let me know what you think down below. Do you think there's going to be a lot more releases coming? I think so. Let me know in the comments down below. Are you upset that R-Truth got released? Do you think there's going to be a lot more releases happening? Let me know down below. If you enjoyed the video, hit the like button. For more content, hit that subscribe button. See you guys later.